Fellow citizens, I have come to you again on this matter of National Security Operatives beating up Mr. Kudah of CitiFM. There has been countless reports of military brutality, police brutality of civilians, some national security operatives misbehaving one way or the other, basically abusing their position or their opportunity they have to serve the republic, and by beating citizens, ordinary people by heart, citizens of the republic, and so on and so forth. Sometimes you have these party thugs who are being roped into national security system, even beating soldiers. You have you have soldiers beating police, and so on and so forth. All of this come from a certain sickening mentality that somehow an opportunity to wield public authority is a license to misbehave, to brutalize citizens, and we have acquiesced as citizens. We have chickened out. Even though we speak about it, we haven't demonstrated to the powers that be that we call the shots and we are the most powerful in the equation. And we sometimes lose focus we lose the fact that it is us, the citizens, who are the source of the power and authority that any national security operative, a police officer, or a president or even a minister, we are the source of the powers that they exercise. So I want to deal with the Caleb Kudah's issue in two ways. Look, I listened to Newsfile this morning, and all the panelists, whilst they acknowledge the fact that they roundly condemn the brutality that Caleb suffered, really didn't make strong suggestions to the effect that will bring some resolution to the matter. They narrated a countless number of brutalities that remain unresolved as we speak. So it is expected that Caleb Kudah's issue will also remain unresolved. Now, it has to stop at some point. Now, the reason why those national security people misbehave is because the president don't do anything about it. I didn't appoint Lieutenant Colonel Najiman or any of the party tax Delta Force people that are there. It's the president and people the president has authorized who send those people there. And they misbehave because they know that sometimes the president, the minister of information, the minister for national security, and all those people endorse their actions, and they sometimes somehow agree that it's a necessary element in governance, that brutality is needed to somehow safeguard security and so on and so. That is primitive, it's outdated, it's barbaric thinking. Because we, the citizens, are the bosses. In fact, sometimes people don't want to talk about it, but I'm sitting here, the president, I am the boss of the president. The president reports to me. Haruna Drusu, Oseche Mensa Bonsu, Speaker Alan Gbagbe, Information Minister Kojo Oponkroma, they are all public servants. We are the masters. So if we can't talk to them to respect us and get what we want from them, then we have lost our position as citizens. And I think that if as citizens we don't stand up and demand accountability from the people, then citizenship, in my view, is becoming a useless concept. So the Caleb Kudah's matter must not be a CitiFM matter, City TV. We come to Newsfile and everybody is dancing around the matter and so on and so forth. I have two suggestions. The first one is that, as for ordinary people, well, we don't have a mouthpiece. But the media, the fourth estate, their job is that they must hold government accountable to the people. And if they themselves are being beaten, and then as for the rest of the ordinary citizens, who is going to speak for us? So it is not enough to narrate and publish and publicize the brutalities that have been meted out to citizens and journalists. And also, it's not enough to make suggestions as to how the matter will be resolved and calling for investigations and so on and so forth. Because we have called for investigation, they didn't mind us. So what we need to do is that we must blame the president for that brutality. Because that Lieutenant Colonel Najima, who is sitting there as Director of Operations, he's there because he knows that nobody will touch him. And I don't blame him for the misbehavior and the misconduct that is meted out to people. I blame his appointing authority. And his appointing authority is the Minister for National Security and also the President of the Republic ultimately, who can be removed by us only after 4 years. So if we don't blame the president, he won't speak about it. He doesn't care about it. And Lieutenant Colonel Ajima thinks that he's covered. He will beat the next person the next time. And all these party thugs and criminals that they've sent into national security will have a field day. So we must first of all blame the president. The buck stop with him. He has not even spoken about it. A human rights advocate who has dedicated 40 years of his life, as he claims, to rule of law, fundamental human rights and freedom. Even a knock on the head of a citizen by a police officer must get the attention of the President of the Republic. So that is number one. Number two, that's the first suggestion, that we must put the blame squarely on the President of the Republic, who has ultimate appointing authority. I've read the new National Security and Intelligence Agencies Act. Everybody there who must be appointed is appointed by the president, I think under Article 195 of the Constitution. So if Lieutenant Colonel Ajiman is happy beating people, he beats people because he knows that when he beats people, the people that he reports to, his superiors, like it. And we shouldn't just be blaming him alone. We must get the president to be blamed for this, because he's allowing those kind of behavior to go on. That is what is encouraging police officers, military people, national security people, happily beating people all the time. There is due process. If you suspect anybody to have committed a crime, you take him to court, and the Constitution that prescribes the procedure must be respected. If those people don't respect the Constitution, why do they think we should respect them and their position that they wield? So that is the first thing. But back to the media. Look, the media, it is a power play. The president, the ministers, and all those people have, they think they have power. They command the army, they command the armed forces, they command National Security Operatives, they command this party, enthusiastic party thugs who think that their party is in power so they can have a field day and beat people left, right, center. So it's a power system. The media also has some power. As for us citizens, our power is our mind. We are intelligent enough to question the actions of government, the unjustifiable behavior, barbaric and primitive actions of National Security Operatives, and so on and so forth. So we can do the debate and so on and so forth that other people will know. And like Samson Ladi says, we will reflect to the other people in society what we have seen to be wrong. But the media has another power. I will suggest to all media owners and practitioners. Give a blackout to government. If we are serious about solving this matter of military brutality, national security brutality of civilians, and police brutality of civilians. Because why? The president and the ministers and all those people are exercising their powers under the constitution. The IGP is appointed by the president, so he has some influence there. The national security coordinator and all the people in that establishment, including the disgraceful Lieutenant Colonel Ajiman, who, as an officer, supposed to direct the men, rather took part in the beating. All those people have some power. So what we need to do as media people is to give a complete blackout to any government activity. So President Akufo-Addo is supposed to travel for a 9-day official visit. They issue statement, nobody talk about it. He writes to the Speaker of Parliament to notify him per the Constitution. Nobody hears about it. Mr. Oponkroma goes to CitiFM. Everything he says there remains in CitiFM. Nobody hears about it. Then they will know and feel the power of the media. But they beat you people. You invite them. They do press conference tomorrow. You go. How will they respect you? So everybody must use their power, and let's have a game of chess and see who can checkmate the other. Because the media is supposed to checkmate the executive. The media is supposed to checkmate the judiciary. The media is supposed to checkmate parliament. But they beat you people. They are destroying Galamsey. They are using Galamsey to destroy our forest. They beat you. Yeah, you report. They don't do anything about it. Military intelligence come, do some camouflage investigation here and there. We don't get to the bottom of the matter. Then you still give kind of Agri-Kwashi statement prominence. You should black all of them out. So kind of Agri-Kwashi, Information Minister, National Security Minister, all of those people, the president and everybody who we believe has the capacity to resolve the problem, they don't want to resolve them. You black them out. So this is a challenge to Samson Ladi Ayenini